and let's go.
Previously on Power. Nah, previously on 2020.
Well, not every man, but if a man's a cheater, he gonna cheat.
I want to say after what he said, that was me. I knew I'm not gonna. It wasn't emotional for me. I learned how to think like a man. I learned how to do it just a physical, like you said. I was like, oh, okay, they like me. Let me go, bloop, bloop, bloop. Let me go and do this because I can. That became me.
You know, men love to think that they're the only ones that can detach sexually. We can do that shit too, but usually ours is brought upon by pain, just like she was saying, like Lauren was saying. I agree 100% with that because I done accidentally fucked over niggas. I didn't know that they was really interested just because I wasn't in their headspace.
Right.
I felt like anytime a motherfucker tried to get, I'm cussing. Excuse me, Lord. Anytime a man would try to get close to me.
Don't do that now.
Anytime they would try to get close to me, I would reject it. It's like I got to the point where like I'm gonna be completely 100% with y'all. Like I love to cuddle, but if a motherfucker came and wanted to cuddle, nah, bruh. He had a specific time frame he could come between. I changed my sheets. I had specific sheets. You're not finna get comfortable in my bed. I'm not gonna have my comforter and my sheets on there. You just gonna have the fitted sheet on there, ho. I had a specific thing that I would wear to let you know that when you get done, you're about to go. Like that's what it was. It was exchange. It wasn't about trying to get to know you. Don't ask me what my favorite color is. Don't ask me what I like to do for fun. You come, do what you gotta do, and you go. Just like she said, don't text me all day. Text me to ask me what time I'm free. I tell you what time I'm free. You come, you leave. That's what it was.
But wait a minute, what is this? 5th grade social studies, barter and trade? Christopher Columbus.
See, that's why you can't be honest with
Columbus going to get some
because they
spices?
always gotta talk about you. They always gotta criticize you. I'm done. I said my piece.
We see.
Got my drink. We're good.
Well, shit.
Y'all say I don't talk enough. There we go.
That is the definition of this. Fuck.
I got something to say.
Equivalent exchange. I don't even know what to say. The fact that you say you had specific sheets, I'm still hung up on that.
Hey, I was trying to make sure that at the end of the day, my comfort zone wasn't passed. So I didn't make them comfortable.
Okay.
If I'm trying to actually get to know you, yeah, you can spend the night. Yeah, I'll get up and cook you breakfast. But if I'm not, nah, nigga, you're not finna get under no cover. I don't care if it's cold and shit in here. You finna get your clothes on and you finna go.
Oh, so you kept them at bay with excluding all the intimacy.
Ain't no kissing. We not finna kiss. You not finna look me in my face. If you just so happen to be on top, I guess my eyes closed. I'm not doing your eyes. That's just what it was. It was a detachment.
Wow.
You came for the nut. You didn't come for me.
Baby, that's deep. Okay, I'm back.
That is deep.
Otherwise, she said, you came for the nut. Now you about to get cut.
Oh, there you go. That's the new statement.
You didn't make the cut. It didn't happen, sir. You are not my top 3.
Welcome to the Nigger Draft 2020. On this, welcome to the Nigger Draft Combine. How fast can you go get a bag of chips? Go.
No, how fast can you nut and leave?
Katie, did you have a point? I saw you were doing.
Yeah, I do have something to say. I just wanted to listen and kind of get everybody's point of view before I said anything. So first off to you, Mr. Tommy Oliver, for the minute. I'm sorry about what happened. That really sucks. I know it does. Like, that's some fucked shit. Like it really is. Nobody deserves to go through that. The only thing about it is that in life, things happen. And they're not going to always happen the way that we want it to happen. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's going to go for the good. Sometimes it's going to go for the bad. It's not going to always be good, especially Like, you know, because we expect life to be like this perfect circle, or even if it's imperfect, we expect it to be as perfect as possible. And sometimes it's just not going to go that way. Most times, almost all of the time, it's not going to go that way. So we just always have to make sure that we always leave that in the back of our heads, that it's not going to always be great. And then on top of that, I'm not a man. I have a vagina. So I really don't know how to be a man. I don't know how to tell a guy how to be a man. That ain't got shit to do with me. But from a woman's point of view, I feel that it really sucks that especially Black guys don't really have anybody to turn to when it comes to talking. Nobody really has that spot to be vulnerable with anybody. And just like Mr. Evans said, you know, like, what you say, Evans? You said, you said
It's about the circle that you have.
It wasn't a circle.
Oh, excuse me.
It was. I'm sorry. You said, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just going to skip it. But like, you know, you guys don't really have that person to talk to, and that probably includes the circle. But you guys don't have anybody to talk to. You can't feel vulnerable with anybody. You can't do anything. Oh, that's what you said. You guys are being raised or have been raised to not cry, not show emotions, not feel any type of way about anything. You a man, suck it up. That's what you got to do, period. Leave it going by. And that's just what it is. And then, like, you know, for generations to generations, everybody's just passing that on. And it just really sucks that, like, you know, guys really have to go through that. So even after what happened, you took years to even tell your sister what happened. And like, you know, that just really sucks. And like, you know, so I can apologize for that because I didn't do it, but I'm just saying that it just really sucks. So I'm sorry that you really have to go through that, you know. Also as well, when it comes to cheating, one thing that a lot of guys tell me, including my brothers, friends, whoever, one thing that they tell me is that when it comes to a guy, they know within like the first 5 minutes if they want to be with you or not. Like, they automatically know, and they just like, you the one. They don't even know you, but they just know that you're the one. And so when it comes to, you know, if a guy chooses you and then you go off and cheat as a female or, you know, so like, you know, if you go off and you do whatever with somebody else, you know, that's going to definitely hurt him a lot because he knew that he wanted to be with you. And so he gave all of his all to be with you. And he put all of his eggs in one basket, which you're never supposed to do, but he put all of those eggs in one basket. And when you marry somebody, I feel that you're putting all them eggs in one basket because you want to risk everything you have because you want to be with this specific person that you want to be with, that you love, that is just going to be there for you. And you expect these things from your partner. I never been married before, so I have no living idea on the planet Earth. I have no idea. But what I do know is that guys want to be loved. Guys want to be happy. Guys want to be treated great, just like any other female does. It's not all about the female. So you just always have to make sure that you are giving the guy what he needs so that he can fill you up, because he can't give you gas if he ain't got none. You know, so just make sure that you are doing the proper steps to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to be doing so he can turn around and do that for you. Also, as well, when it comes to cheating, I think I already said that, but don't do it. And let's try our best to be good people, better people. Not everybody cheat. I cheated once. But so I'm not going to say never because things happen, you know, so I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody for doing anything. But only thing I'm saying is that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I did come to terms with it because I'm sorry, the baby popped up and it kind of got me off guard. Okay, so so when I cheated on a guy who, what had happened was we were together. She was my friend's boyfriend. She was my friend's brother, and they put us together. And he wasn't really my type, wasn't really anybody that I wanted to be with, but I was new. I was just in college. My legs was open more than the doors of the church. You can have it. Let's try it out. I don't care. you know? So I tried it out with this guy. I'm sorry, I had to put it out there. I ain't got no shame in my game. But like, I went and we tried this thing, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I want to wait. I want it to be nice. I want to plan it out. Everything gonna be great. I promise. Oh my God. Ooh. And we was gonna do the thing. I promise we was. But when I was in college, just like what Shekinah said, you know, like she went off to college. She was like, ooh. And it was just like, damn. So I seen this one guy, a little, like, you know, he's about my height, nice and muscular, light skin, just all crazy and shit. And I was over there doing the damn thing, like, okay. So, like, you know, I've been looking at him and stuff or whatever. And eventually, like, you know, one day we met up by the stairs down below, over in the basement underground. And we, like, you know, did whatever for like 30 seconds or so. And it's always more of a regret when the person that you cheat with suck. So it was garbage. It didn't stop me from going because we met up 2 more times. But anyways, so girl, baby, stop judging.
Because you were trying to get him it was like a do-over. Like, okay, maybe the first time, let me see how you
Bro,
get this time.
No,
Damn.
no, not me. I'm the ruthless bitch. Bitch, what was that? What is that? What are you doing?
I have to understand.
Okay, Lauren. Tell the truth, Lauren.
I'm a sweet person.
You really like him.
You guys are
might not have been prepared.
savages.
You might not have
If
been
I like him a
prepared.
lot, I give him a second
What
chance.
was
If I like him a lot.
that better been some milk you just wasted. Like,
He was excited. Leave that man alone.
oh,
I
better take it as a compliment.
Day in my life, I be stealing cookies and shit. Like, I'm not good. I am a goody two shoe. Okay, so well, not that good, obviously, but neither was he. But like, you know, after that, all my friends were like, Katie, why are you crying? What's going on? I felt so bad. I was hurt. I was angry. Like, I was cheated on or something. But I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm hyperventilating. I'm trying to figure this out because I'm not this type of person. So I was like, and I can't. So my friends was like, Katie, don't tell him. It's all right. And I was like, nah, I have to tell him. Like, I have to because at this point I did some dirty shit and he needs to wash my clothes. Like, I don't know. So I told him. He was angry, just like I thought he was. He was upset. And, you know, after that, he was like, man, fuck you. Da, 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 da. So let me tell y'all this. We ain't gonna judge though, because he was mad that I said, let's wait. Let's do this later. Let's plan it out. Let's have a good time. And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, damn, that's like crazy. So he was
you
like,
made your boo wait when you made a mistake.
Oh, yeah. Let me finish, man. So he, I mean, but that's what makes it worse, Lord. I know. So he took me to like this.
Girl, don't tell me the plot to. Did he make you get tested? What's the plot?
No, I'm about to tell you. If you let me tell you, Lauren B.
Please, I'm sorry.
Because y'all look so interested. So he took me to a house that was being built and renovated for his family. We went to the house. It was already built. Stuff like was like newly in that bitch or whatever. So we went up to the bedroom or whatever, to his future bedroom. And, you know, he wanted to fuck or whatever. So he was just like, okay, well, this is what you wanted. Since this is what you wanted, I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. So I'm just like, okay. So then I had sex with him, and that was bad. And I was just like, man. But it wasn't like, oh, let me have it sex. It was more like, I don't really want it, but I guess I'll take it. But after that, I found out that he cheated on me for a straight week. He went to this female house, and he cheated like all week. He stayed over there all week. He said he had a stomach flu. And then his sister was like, girl, no, he been going all week at some girl house. Can I help you?
Yes.
No, get out.
So basically,
So
hold on before you finish. Basically, you said
sorry, you guys.
you was one of those. I'd take it if I wanted. It was almost like that sample you see in Sam's Club. You be
You can
like,
bring it.
I guess I had one of those. You know what? That's good. Where hours is on?
Dude. I'm sorry. Huh? Yes, please. Okay, so yeah, it's because like it's I think I made him wait purposely, unconsciously, because I didn't really want him like that. So I got into it with him knowing that I kind of didn't really want him in the first place. And so after that, when he cheated on me, I didn't feel better, but I was just like, well, damn, you know? So I just kept fucking with the other nigga for some odd apparent reason, which I shouldn't have done because it was already garbage, but I was also messing around with other niggas, or legs open more than the doors of the church. So I found out that, well, no, I didn't find out, but I cheated on somebody who, he was one of those guys who like had a car, but it needed to be repaired, and it was being repaired for like more than 5 years, one of them. And then he didn't have a job. He stayed with his parents, which isn't a problem. I have no issue with that. But then on top of that, he also had to use his mom's cell phone because he couldn't afford a phone bill or phone. And at this point, I was like, you're like homeless in a house. And, you know, you're not somebody I want to be with anyway. And being at a very young age, you have to also understand that you're not going to always make the right decisions because you're just getting out on your own. So you have to learn these things. And sometimes learning isn't going to always be great, but you have to learn. You have to go through that. It's not going to be like, oh, I met this guy when I was 18 and well, it does work sometimes, but you know, for the rest of us peasants down here, we actually have to go through these lessons and like, you know, learn these things. So I'm not going to say that like, you know, I'm not going to judge anybody about cheating because of course I did that shit, but you just have to, when you're married, I think it was Shakana who asked the question, like, did you see any signs? Did you see any red flags? Did you try to, like, you know, like, did you even try to understand, like, you know, stuff like that, because she's really trying to get up in that shit to, like, you know, so how she can approach you with it. But you didn't know anything. And sometimes that's how that works. You don't know anything. They're really good at hiding it. And like, you know, the fact that it really hurt you that bad or whatever, like, we already know you really love the chick, whoever she was. Lauren couldn't stand a bitch. So I don't know if Lauren, can I call her bitch? Can I say bitch? No? Bitch? Yeah. Yeah. So like, you know, because if you cheating on the homie, I'm gonna have to call you bitch. But like, you know, the bitch over here cheating on my homie and like, you know, with another female, that really sucks. So this is the same fucking gender. So, and some people wish, like, can it please be the opposite sex? But sometimes it doesn't really work like that. And you're not the ones, because usually sometimes, like, I don't want to say immature men, because I think mature men like it too. But sometimes it's like, oh, you want a girlfriend? Okay, well, let's just go ahead and piece it up and shit, you know? But obviously you're not that person, because what's yours is yours, and what's theirs is yours, like you said. So I just really hope that, I'm glad that you're able to get out of it. I'm just rambling at this point. I'm gonna shut up.
I'm gonna say something about your point you made. And this will go over the question for everybody about the do I tell. And I remember her grandma, who I still talk to this day. Like, that's the person that got me through all of it. Because grandma was basically like, that's my grandchild, but I don't like this bullshit. Straight up, grandma was straight up about it. And this happened in November, and then the next week, we got to go home for Thanksgiving. So that means you got to be, oh, this turkey show is good. You know, so of course, grandmama looking like, all right, what the shit is, everybody in my room, close the door. Everybody else, y'all the children, go on the other side of the house. Grandma lock that thing down. We sit in grandma's room, sit in the bed. Grandma say, what happened? Told what happened. First thing grandma said that I didn't realize till later on was, grandma looked at her and she said, why did you tell him? And I'm like, grandma, what you mean why? Grandma said, look what happened, you done told him. He ain't gonna never be the same. You could have went on about your business, cut whatever it was off, knowing you did wrong, did what you're supposed to do, and kept moving on. because it was years that I never got back to myself. It wasn't until like around end of December. Grandma, I went home, went by grandma's house. Grandma looked at me, she said, now you look like how I first met you. You acting like how I first met you, because the last 4 years you ain't been yourself. But it took me years to understand what she meant by that. And I don't look at a situation of, oh, I'm gonna hide it, because I believe there's a lot of stuff we've all done and didn't open our mouth and say, hey, I did it. We just kind of was like, hey, I did it. I ain't gonna do it no more. I'm gonna keep on doing it. I'm gonna chunk the deuces from it, and I'm gonna I'm gonna just keep moving. Because when you break something like that, or open your mouth to something like that, it changes the atmosphere. For me, it changed me drastically. Like I shut down for 4 years. Like legit, like forget life, all this and this. Yeah. So what do y'all think about the stigma of, do you tell, or do you as an adult correct your own behavior and say, I should not have done that. I was wrong. Let me continue to go forward and do like I'm supposed to.
I've done both. If I feel like whenever I've cheated, the person I've cheated with knew I was with somebody. Like, I think men be sloppy because they don't cover all bases and stuff, and they want to try to be with both people or never let the woman know, or feel like it's not a reason other girls should know. But I feel like just to be less messy, you should be just straightforward with somebody if you're cheating on them. You know, if you're cheating on them, but the person you cheating with, and let them know, like, hey, this is my man, I got a man already, whatever the case may be. So, if I feel like it's a potential problem and he may find out, then I've said something. If I felt like, damn, I made this one-time mistake, I really love this man, what was I thinking? Then I won't say nothing. And it also depends on who you messing with. Like, if I know, like, this is my man, and if I tell him this, he about to go ziggity boom stir crazy, I ain't saying shit. And if I say it, it definitely won't be in person. You know, you just gotta know the temperament of the person. And then, like, if you with somebody, you know what will break them. You know, like, is it really worth it? If I'm in a relationship and it's a dead end and I was like, forget it, I cheated, he cheated, I'm not gonna, even though I did that, I'm not gonna go tick for tack just to let you know, yeah, and I fucked this person. Like, that's not me. I just feel like I ain't saying nothing. I'm not. And
For
to
me,
this day,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, to this day, there's probably things I just haven't said. But if I'm trying to, like, really hurt you, I probably would say it.
Well, for me, I'm a little bit different because I've been cheated on and I've cheated. I feel like but this is coming from somebody who's been single 6 years, y'all, so don't judge me. But I feel like at the end of the day, if I were to get with somebody and I were to cheat, I wouldn't want to take away your opportunity to choose me. If it's something that I definitely, even if I don't feel bad about it, I would still want you to be able to have that choice of whether or not you choose me or you choose to go on about your business. Because I've been that person that I didn't get the opportunity to choose. And I was basically manipulated into being with you because you never afforded me the honesty of telling me. So I will rather go ahead and tell you the truth, hurt your feelings, and let you choose whether or not I'm worth the risk of going on, or if you want to go on about your business and figure out if you can find somebody better. I don't ever want to take that choice away.
I respect your point. But it's an unknown, well, not unknown. It's a little, I'm about to break man code. If she don't find out, we ain't saying shit. We are not finna go through this phase where I notice you're acting different. You know, we're not equipped to handle emotions. So the best way to resolve that is not deal with it by not telling you.
Then why tell me when I'm not coming back? Because that's when men always tell. They always go ahead and let it all out when they know you're not coming back. And they think that there's that last little piece that last little crumb to get you back through the door.
Because there's nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah, and if you telling somebody at the end that you did this and did that, like you're not really doing it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like, because if anything, that's gonna push you further away. If you telling me now that you've been doing other stuff with somebody else, you don't. You're not valuing them. Like now, now Jeremy, you and I know someone who did tell, who didn't get caught, and his father told him that he was making a mistake because of the fact that he caused more drama in his relationship than what he needed to. But I've also had a situation where it was like there were the signs, and then like the thing that made me real mad was like it was like, okay, I'm gonna tell 10% of the truth. Then I'm gonna tell 25% of the truth. So then like when shit didn't add up, and you'd be like, well, wait a second. 2 + 2 does equal 4, but you telling me it equals 3. Something coming up short here. So it's all about, honestly, what your intentions are in it. You know what I mean? If you're trying to tell them that because you've been sloppy or they've been picking up on it, because like me personally, when I date somebody, like I study their behavior and their habits. You know what I'm saying? So like if you start. Normally you go get your nails done on Tuesday, and now it's Thursday night that you're going to go get your nails done, or and things like that. Like I'm gonna pick up on those things. So it's all about that, and whether or not you really want to, if you're trying to do that to give them peace of mind, or sometimes it is in Ebony's point, like sometimes it's for closure, because if like I know that can drive somebody crazy if they don't know or don't have that, hey, and sometimes it's just for their point of, for their comfort, because then they told you that they did it, and they're not lying to you no more. So it's all based off of what they're trying to do.
I think that's selfish. I think that's selfish for somebody to wait to the very end, if I don't, whether I know something or not, to take that last little ounce of hope or belief that it wasn't me, because then even though I know that you're doing it and you're constantly lying, and then at the end you say, oh yeah, I did cheat it, you already made me feel like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You made me feel like I was the problem, I was this, when it was actually you, and you basically was manipulating me the whole time. Thank you, baby. So to me, I just feel like it's a whole manipulation thing. You choose to do something like you said, but I'm like, dang, like, why wait? It's like a cliffhanger almost. Like you just leave me on the edge only to let me just thump me off the hill or trip my ass up so I can flip on over, So it's just like, I don't see the point of it, I guess. Because like I said, I've been on both ends. I've told, because I never got caught. Ever. Not even gonna lie to you. Ever. I never, because I pay attention, like he said, to detail. Everything. I've studied everything from the way you answer the phone, how long we gonna be on the phone, what clothes you in, everything. I know. I pay attention to all details. But I did it for me because I was being selfish. I needed the closure to say, whew, they can choose me if they want to, but let me go and let this out for my own conscience. Because it became, oh, this is a little bit too much for me. Now I'm playing a game too hard. I'm getting a little too cocky for it. So that was my thing. So yeah, sorry.
But isn't it good when they just like express this stuff at the end of it? Because honestly, if you look at it in a different light, it's like, actually, thank you for saying that. Because now whatever hope that I had left after that is gone. And I already know that like you weren't shit. So like now I know, and now I don't have to sit here and cry about it and worry about it and like focus too much on it or whatever. And it's more of like, don't take the red flags and wear it as a bandana. Take the red flags and look at it and understand that this is exactly what it is. But this is just my opinion on this.
Well, I have a question. What exactly does closure close? Because you're still going to have the pain. You're still going to have the memories of what happened. And you're still going to think about it. What exactly does closure do? Who does it feel better to? Does it feel better to the person that's admitting the truth or the person that's receiving the truth? Because I feel like it still doesn't do anything except basically clear the other person's conscience for the bullshit. Let me go ahead and call it what it is. The bullshit that they put you through.
Yeah.
That's all it does. It does nothing for the person that had to sit there and wonder if they're going crazy, or basically even wonder if they're, you know what I'm saying, they're calling this person these names out of context. You know what I'm saying? Because you question yourself. You don't question them. You question yourself. You question everything inside. What you feel, what you see. You question what you hear. You question even what you know. Even
what
about
I do,
that person.
it's always you. That's right.
I mean, well, then on
What
top of
exactly does it do?
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go with my situation. So at the end of my marriage, I got a letter explaining everything, because it was like when I kept asking questions, shit wasn't adding up. And so then like Jeremy was right there, where it was just, it gave you more questions than answers, because then it just explains that, yeah, I did do this, but it doesn't necessarily go into why it does it. And then after that, you like Ebony was saying, like it goes into questioning why everything happened the way it does. Because, you know, I'm gonna tell you, as a man, like we pride ourselves on being able to provide for the women that we're with, not only in like a physical sense, but also in like that being that everything for you. And when that's taken away, or when you find that with somebody else, and it may be the same, or it may have some kind of similarities with women, but when it's taken away, then all of a sudden you have to kind of question what it is about you that you can't do that, or you couldn't provide for that person. So and that goes to kind of speak to you as a man. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I've been divorced for probably just as long as Malcolm, and like it's a day-to-day struggle, you know, trying to be able to not only do that, you know, to go ahead and try to find that balance, to find yourself again, but also being able to go ahead and really, you know, trust in other people too. Because, you know, if you put all your trust in that one person, like when you're married, you know how you used the example of like putting all your eggs in the basket. And when you married, for me, I burnt all the rest of the basket. Like I had no other basket but that basket that I had on my eggs. So when it comes to those things, and then that basket isn't worthwhile, then I mean you're kind of lost in a way.